Hello cookies, it's Siri, I'm back and today I'm bringing you the so long awaited H&M liquid lipstick review. I know that you guys have been asking me a lot and since that video I posted of the swatches to make a review and I filmed the review parts but I never got to the editing point, so today I'm going to talk to you about the liquid lipsticks, the primer and the scrub. So let me start with the easy ones, which are the primer and the scrub, and I actually really like the primer. It is this one here, and I've used it quite a lot and I'm actually wearing it right now. And I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels like it works when I compare it to ColourPop's primer. I think that this one covers more and it hydrates more without being too greasy. So I really like it, and this is something that I definitely always try to reach out for now whenever I'm wearing liquid lipstick. The scrub itself is pretty okay, but I still prefer my e.l.f. scrub. If you're scared of something too hard and strong like the e.l.f. Scrub, then you might be interested in the H&M one, and I think that if you're like me and you don't really care that much about which scrub you're using, because I don't feel like spending too much money on a lip scrub, I'm like, yeah, I can just grab the one for me that is the easiest to grab at the H&M next door and just, use it, and then I can use a lot of it without worrying too much. So yeah, I think that scrub does what it's supposed to do, but I need something a little bit tougher and stronger for my lips. First, I'm applying the primer all over my lips, and then I'm taking Pep Talk, which is basically the worst one out of all of them because it applies super chunky. And actually it looks like it applies nice, but it is very streaky, and that's why I'm going back and forth, back and forth. And see, you can already see there up there that it is getting very streaky. Here I'm still desperately trying to cover up where it got streaky. And even before it dries, you can already see that it is cracking and it is making my lips really dry, like after a few seconds. Next, I'm taking Le Beau Monde, which is actually one of my two favorites. So it applies okay. It applies still kind of streaky, but it applies definitely better than Pep Talk. And then it doesn't dry as much, actually, and it feels much more comfortable. So it's a little bit over 2 o'clock, and this is how it looks like right now. It's a little bit over 18, and this is how the lips look like. So Le Beau Monde is kind of really smeared because I think it's more greasy and much more comfortable than Pep Talk. So that's why it transfers easier, while Pep Talk is so dry that it's not going anywhere and it's just sucking the life out of my lips. It's about 10 o'clock. I forgot to actually show you guys the time on my phone, but you have to trust me on this one, and they just kind of completely gone, so I'm not even going to bother do the kiss test because there's nothing really to try. To make this review a bit more complete, I decided that I would also try for you guys Dare Me. So Dare Me applies kind of streaky. As you can see, it is streaky and it doesn't apply evenly everywhere, but it is still kind of pigmented. Then on the other side I have Nudista, which is just a complete disaster. It goes on so streaky and you can't hear me, but I was always sighing and just going the whole time when I was applying it because it is just so difficult and chunky and streaky. It's 10:18 and they both look okay right now. 4 hours later, and yes, you can see that they're kind of bad. Now it's 6 o'clock and it's 4 hours later again, and Nudista has almost completely disappeared. Dare Me is still a bit there, but it's smeared everywhere because it is less dry and more comfortable than Nudista. So I guess since it is less dry, it is more greasy and it smears easier. That's just my theory. And they both still pass the kiss test, but there's nothing much to kiss test anyway. To sum it up, for the liquid lipsticks, for me, I am not going to repurchase any because I feel like Dare Me and Le Beau Monde, which are the dark red, dark red burgundy one and the red one, they are the ones that feel the best on the lips and that don't feel too dry, even though I still feel them on my lips and they still kind of disappear after 4 hours. So I could see myself wearing Dare Me if it's just to film a video or I'm just talking for like 3-4 hours, then it's fine. But if I'm going to go out or for an event in the evening, I'm like, no, I want something that I can really rely on and that feels really comfortable on the lips, while the lighter shades are, for me, they crack so much and they're so hard to apply, because even when I apply them, they're really chunky and they're just streaky, and I'm like, I think those liquid lipsticks are like $9.99 on the H&M US website. It's $9.99, while ColourPop Cosmetics are $6. So if you want to grab the lighter shades, then I would say if you really want to go for a cheaper liquid lipstick, then ColourPop Cosmetics. Otherwise, for the darker shades, H&M is better. So if you've seen my ColourPop Cosmetics review, you saw that it's the opposite of what's happening here, because now I prefer the darker shades for the H&M ones, while I really don't like the lighter shades. And that's the end of this review. I hope you cookies enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below if you've tried those H&M liquid lipsticks, or if you've heard of a friend who tried, because there's a shade that I don't have, which is called Enchanté, because it was sold out like everywhere in all the shops, so I couldn't get it. So I have no idea, maybe that shade is really amazing, it feels super comfortable on the lips and you know, it lasts really long, but so far I'm like, no, those are so uncomfortable for me and they just don't last. So I will pass on the H&M liquid lipsticks. I will buy something else instead. So until next time, I will see you cookies at the next video. Bye bye!